Hi guys, so today I'm going to be filming an updated for 2019 the most masculine fragrances, or at least my personal favorite masculine fragrances. I have 13 fragrances here, so these are literally like, just like I said, don't take it so like seriously. Fragrance is very subjective. Women are all gonna have very different opinions to each other, but I've picked my favorites and I'm so excited to show you guys today. So I'm just gonna jump straight into it. Everything will be listed down below for you guys, so it's a little bit easier. So coming in at my number 13, funny enough, this was in my last year's list, and I quickly want to say, just if I don't mention a fragrance that was in my list last year, doesn't mean that I don't like it. I just have new favorites. So like I said, I still like the ones from last year. I actually still love every single fragrance in that list, but these are just currently my favorite, most masculine fragrances. So coming in at 13 is from Varvatos, and this one is Dark Rebel. Not Dark Rebel Rider, just the original Dark Rebel. This is strong. This is very, very strong, and I really feel like this is an acquired fragrance. Like, not every man is gonna want to smell like this, because it smells to me like leather, like rum, like tobacco. It is a very kind of like stinky fragrance, but I find it personally, like I said, I find this one to be quite a sexy fragrance, but it's sexy in a very like manly and rough way. So if that sounds like you, like I just described you, go and check out this fragrance. You will absolutely love it. If you're very rough, kind of masculine, you drive a motorbike, like you drive, you ride a motorbike, then I feel like this fragrance is perfect for you. So Varvatos Dark Rebel coming in at number 13. Okay, so coming in at my number 12 is quite an odd one, to be honest. This one is from Bulgari, and this is Aqua Amara. Now, I've heard so much about this fragrance, and the reason that it's in my most masculine fragrance list and it's one of my favorites is because this is so masculine. Like, this is a citrus, and I would say that it's like a great citrus to wear all year round, but it's very masculine. Like, usually, in my opinion, citruses are very like gender bending, and you could kind of just wear a women's citrus, a man's citrus, like you can just wear whatever citrus because it's just citrus. But this one is assertively masculine. Like, you would never catch me trying to pull off this fragrance. There is mandarin, there's neroli, and there's patchouli, but like I said, there's something about this fragrance that is so masculine. It's still quite fresh and it's still got a citrusy vibe, but I've said the same thing about Chanel's Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. It's a citrus that you could wear all year round and nobody would really think that it smells out of place. Like, you could wear it in the winter and nobody's gonna think that you smell like you're walking along a beach, because it doesn't smell like that to me. It's like a more of a masculine citrus that could be like a signature scent. So Bulgari's Aqua Amara, very masculine, really nice, great fragrance, and it's really cheap as well. It's quite an affordable one. 11. Now, this one is an underrated fragrance. I feel like I really think that this doesn't get any attention, but it's actually a beautiful fragrance, which I'm not surprised. It is from Parfums de Moly, and this one is called Shawn or Nissian. I really don't know how to pronounce it. Somebody could help me out here. I don't know how to pronounce it. Obviously, I'll have it linked down below, but this is a patchouli fragrance. Like, this is patchouli in the best way possible. This is one of the most classiest fragrances that I've smelled, most expensive, most refined, and very, very masculine in my opinion. Like, I definitely wouldn't try to pull off this fragrance because to me it's very masculine. It is very spicy. Like, there is a real spice to this fragrance. It is patchouli, it is saffron, and you really smell the patchouli and the saffron in this fragrance. So like I said, this is patchouli, patchouli, patchouli. So you really have to like patchouli fragrances. I see this one working really well on a very masculine guy in a suit who's very classy and very like upper scale. I think that this would smell absolutely amazing. So Nissian or Shawn from Parfums de Moly, amazing fragrance. I have to be honest, it reminds me a little bit of Girl on Heritage, which you guys know. I absolutely love that fragrance. I don't have a bottle, otherwise it would be in here. But this fragrance, I feel like if you like Girl on Heritage, you will definitely like this one. It's just a lot stronger and a lot spicier, whereas Heritage is a lot softer and more like powdery and mellow. This one is a lot sharper and a lot stronger, but it does eventually mellow out. How could this not make it into a masculine video? I have to be honest, this is the most masculine fragrance that I've ever smelled in my life. This is Fahrenheit from Christian Dior. It's been around forever. This is literally, like I said, if it was just going off the most masculine, this would win hands down. Like, there would be no other competitors. This is the most masculine fragrance, but I have a huge but. A lot of women don't like this fragrance. I'm gonna say it right now, a lot of women don't like this because it has a very strong petrol vibe, like a real, like petrol smell. It's like leather hitting you, slapping you, punching you in the face. Like that's how strong that it is. The leather note in here is hectic. Like it is very, very strong. If somebody wore this around me, I would definitely be impressed and attracted to it because I find this fragrance very, very sexy, very masculine. Like I said, I've seen in Sex and the City, Mr. Big, this was what fragrance that he was wearing. And it is perfect. Like if you've seen Sex and the City, Mr. Big is the perfect character for this fragrance. He's masculine, he's rich, he wears a suit all the time, he smokes cigars, and that is Fahrenheit. So like I said, this is very masculine. This is the most masculine in this list, but I don't know how many women will appreciate it. I personally do, but like I said, it's very strong. Like that leather just slaps you right in the face. Okay, so here we have another leather fragrance actually, but this one is a lot more mellow, a lot more easy to wear. This is Naza's Duro. You guys know how much I love this one. This actually represents masculinity. It is a beautiful fragrance, so smooth. It is leather, it is woody, it is spices. This one, in my opinion, is one of the most smooth and well blended leather scents that I've smelled. Like this is leather and it hits you, but this is leather and it kind of just sneaks in there in the background, being very sexy and very smooth, but still masculine. Naza's Duro, highly recommend this one. You guys know I've talked about this one quite a lot, but it is a beautiful fragrance, especially for a guy. Okay, next up, Hermes. Terre de Hermes from Hermes. This is the Eau de Toilette. I recommend any version. I'm going to be totally honest right now. I love every single version of Terre de Hermes except for the vetiver one. Like what? Hermes. Come on. I've said this so many times. It's just one of the most perfect fragrances, but I do have to say something. The dry down of this fragrance and the sillage is the best part of it. When you first spray it on your skin or on a card, you're probably not going to be impressed at all. Some people may not even like it, but just wait for it to dry down and wait for it to like kind of just linger in the air. And Terre de Hermes has one of the most sexiest, intoxicating little scent clouds ever. I compliment so many guys that are wearing Terre de Hermes that it's insane. It's easily one of the most complimented fragrances. When I smell a guy wearing this, I always compliment because it smells so good in the air. It's like a spicy, woody, citrusy kind of scent. It's absolutely just perfect. I've said it so many times. It's a perfect fragrance for a guy. Number 7. I'm not even gonna lie. I do not care how many people wear this fragrance, how popular it is, how much it's been around, and how many people wear it and how not unique it is. I could not care less. This fragrance is amazing. It's always going to be amazing. It is always going to be one of the best men's fragrances ever created. Dolce & Gabbana the one. Easily, hands down, like I said, one of the best fragrances ever made. So sexy, so intoxicating. I have the Eau de Toilette here. I love all of them. I love Eau de Toilette, Eau de Parfum. The only one I don't like is the grey one. Oh my god. It's amber, tobacco. There's a little bit like a fruitiness as well. Very, very sweet and very masculine at the same time. Like, I definitely wouldn't wear this fragrance, but I would love to smell this on men. It is a like foolproof fragrance. If you are just getting into fragrances and you have no idea, this is like one of the first fragrances that I would recommend that you get because, like I said, women love this fragrance. This is probably one of the most appreciated fragrances from women, and I know why. It's sweet, it's sexy, it's masculine, it's alluring, it's just everything that you want in a fragrance. Number 6 is Creed Aventus, obviously. I love Creed Aventus. I absolutely love this fragrance. I hate how much I love this fragrance. I know it is so hyped. Like, I think that almost every single man owns one version of Creed Aventus, as in they either own a clone of it, they own the original, they own a decant. Like, everyone knows what Aventus smells like. And I guess it is very hyped and it's overly popular, but I don't care. It smells so goddamn good. It's smoky, it's pineapple-y, it's kind of woody, it's musky, like it's got this real like sexy muskiness to it, but it also has that beautiful pineapple note, and it's also a bit smoky, but on the skin it's just insanely good, insanely sexy, very masculine. And the scent cloud again, the little scent trail of Creed Aventus. Again, like Ted Hermes, these two make like the best scent trail that you've ever smelled. Opening up my top 5, I think that this fragrance was in my top 5 last year as well, because it's an amazing fragrance. This is from Bottega Veneto, and this is Pour Homme Parfum. You can get any fragrance from the Pour Homme line and you are set. They are all very masculine. They all smell quite similar. They're all very like piney forest vibes. Like, that's all I can say. They're very, very masculine. This one is leather and tonka, and like I said, it's got a little bit of that pininess, a little touch of sweetness. I love this house so much. It is so classy and so refined, and you can actually really smell the quality in Bottega Veneta fragrances. I love a few from the women's line as well. I'm gonna get them for myself, but this fragrance is amazing, and it's very masculine, and it's very sexy, and it's a great fragrance. So Bottega Veneta Pour Homme Parfum. Like I said, I love all of them, so you can get any one, but this one, there's something in here, like there's a bit of that sweetness from the tonka bean that makes me like, draws me back to it every single time. My number 4 is another one from Creed, and this one is Green Irish Tweed, because in my opinion, Green Irish Tweed is more masculine than Aventus. There's something about Green Irish Tweed that I find it very like rugged sexy. Like, I see a guy maybe with like a beard, with brown hair. I really don't know why I think of that, but I just do. When you first spray Green Irish Tweed, trust me right now, test it on your skin. Like, test this fragrance on your skin. You'll spray it, and I feel like a lot of people may not like it initially, but just wait. You have to wait. This is a fragrance, Creed Green Irish Tweed. You have to wait for the dry down. The dry down of this fragrance is amazing. It is so smooth and so sexy and just absolutely amazing. I have no words. It's a little bit powdery as well, but not powdery in a like an obnoxious way. It is just absolutely amazing. Like I said, the dry down is the magic of Green Irish Tweed. I don't even love the opening, to be honest, but you just wait for it to just dry down and settle down, and it is a phenomenal fragrance. Are you ready for my number 3? I'm actually a little bit embarrassed right now because I, in the past, have said and expressed my dislike for this fragrance, but I have actually smelled it recently on 2 men and thought that it smelled really, really great. And I've always, okay, I'm just going to talk about it first. It is from Giorgio Armani, and it is Acqua Profumo. Yes, this fragrance and I didn't really get off to the best start because I just kind of smelled it like this and then realized I didn't really like it. But I have to be honest, I think that this is a really beautifully made fragrance. Like, when I smell it, to me, it smells well made. It is from Giorgio Armani, so of course, you know, it's a quality brand, but this fragrance really does smell very smooth and refined. Now, I don't like the original. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan of the original Acqua. That won't grow on me at all, but I really do like this version of Acqua. It is assertively masculine, and I think that that's why I like it so much, because I tend to gravitate to very masculine fragrances, and I tend to really like that sort of vibe on a guy, and this is masculine. This is patchouli. It is that kind of, it's still got like a little bit of an aquatic vibe to it, and it's also got incense, which I really love. I've said this before, but it reminds me of the masculine equivalent to Chanel's Coco Noir, which I personally love that fragrance. It's got rose and patchouli, and it's resinous, and it's a bit smoky, and this is kind of like the masculine equivalent to that fragrance. As much as I didn't want to admit it, I really do love this fragrance, and it's very, very masculine, and it is quite sexy, I'm not gonna lie. So Acqua Profumo, we got off to the wrong start, but I do really recommend this fragrance, and I really do like it a lot, so yes. Okay, so my number 2 is a very hard to find fragrance, at least this version is, and it is Yves Saint Laurent's Reef Galo Pour Homme. You guys, if you can find this version, please try. It is the best barbershop fragrance that I have ever smelled, and I'm just gonna put that out there right now. There are so many notes in this fragrance, I'm not gonna roll through them, but it's got that aromatic, woody, sandalwoody, smooth, spicy, just insanely good. Could be an amazing signature scent on a man. So I'm not really sure what the current formulation smells like, because in like the square bottle I haven't smelled it, but if you can, try and find the canister bottle because it is so worth sourcing out, in my opinion. This is an amazing fragrance and it's very masculine, like I said. It's basically that typical barbershop scent, but it is the best and the most well-made barbershop scent that I've smelled personally. So yes, Reef Galo Pour Homme from Yves Saint Laurent is my number 2. So number 1. Coming in at my number 1 is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. I'm not gonna lie, I am a little bit obsessed with this scent and I am having like a love affair with it right now. And it's very masculine, it's very sexy, it's very versatile, and I think that that's why I like it so much. Like, you can wear this fragrance anytime, anywhere. You're gonna smell masculine, you're gonna smell sexy, and you're gonna smell somewhat fresh as well. So the fragrance I'm talking about is from Chanel, Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. I've talked about this one quite a lot and I will continue to talk about it because it's definitely one of my favorite fragrances from Chanel. I've told you guys this in a few videos. I love Chanel. It's one of my favorite houses, easily, definitely one of my favorites. And I love a lot of the fragrances from Chanel, but this one is so sexy. Like, that is all I have to say. It's sexy. It's fresh, it's masculine, there's a little bit of a sweetness there, there's a bit of a freshness, it's got a little bit of a citrusy vibe, but it's also, like I said, got that sweetness because it has tonka bean in here. To me, it doesn't really smell like a typical Chanel fragrance. Like, this one is quite a modern scent from Chanel, but man, is it sexy and man, is it good, and it's very masculine and I absolutely love it. So Chanel's Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme is my number 1, my personal number 1 favorite masculine fragrance on a guy, hands down. So yes, that is it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about my top 13 masculine scents for 2019. I hope that there was something in here that may be your taste that you might want to check out. So yes, that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching and I will talk to you soon. Bye.